could be in for another one here today. Welcome, folks, to AT&T Stadium on the Cowboys right here in Arlington, Texas. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a playoff team from last year, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Street. Let's get this thing underway. Kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He bought some time and lets it go. Makes the catch near the sideline and keeps the foot in bounds. That's enough for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And now the handoff. Slams right into a wall. They got it for a loss. They run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Offense now behind the 6 on second down. They need 12 after that first down loss. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. That's caught. It's Jefferson. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
The offense gets some positive yards here, but they're going to be short of the first down marker to set up 4th down. Really good job by the defense of tackling and the awareness to keep him short of that first down marker.
The Tigers will line up to punt it away. Seemed able to bring the returner to the ground. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Grab down the middle. It's Bennett. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Lets it go quickly. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Well, the quarterback did all he could here to try to make this play happen, but a sloppy route by the receiver allows the defense to easily step in front and knock that ball away.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but
this defensive back. That is tough to do. You know, we always use the term great ball skills by a receiver, but here the corner locates the football and knocks it away. Great play.
No, kick it away here. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? He's running out of time here. And it's incomplete. Comes up a little short on that throw.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Getting set. Here's second down. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. He'll take the first, looking for more. And they bring him down, but not before he reaches the 38. First down from there.
So you're a defensive coordinator trying to stop this offense. Your eyes are in the backfield worried about that quarterback who's going to run it or throw it. You got to worry about the receivers getting downfield and making big plays. And now, oh, by the way, you got a program that has great history at the running back spot. Guys like, think about it, Travis Etienne and C.J. Spiller, backs they have here now on this roster. Oh, just so many different combinations and ways to attack them.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
So now it's third and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. Signs a quick throw. Looks like Clemson will have the first down.
What an impressive job here by this quarterback to work through his progressions, had the time to be able to read the defense properly, and then eventually finds the underneath route for a first down.
Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Jefferson.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. Dropping back. It's Van Buren. Running back grabs it on the screen. That's a nice play. It'll set him up. First down now at the 12.
Chris, it really looked to me like those linebackers in zone coverage had their eyes in the backfield looking at the quarterback. They lost the running back sneaking out on that angle route. And I thought the quarterback did a nice job of waiting, being patient, and then making a nice throw for a first down.
It's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. He's going to hand this off. No stopping him on that one. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Takes the handoff to the right. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So second and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Off play action. He's looking to throw. He's looking deep here. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on.
Well, well-designed play here on this dagger route. Looked like everything was in play. Unfortunately, the timing off between the quarterback and that vertical seam.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense played coverage, a blitz. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Wide open downfield. Breaks into the clear. Past the 20. He takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches the football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Ball handed off. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
So 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard pickup. This offense trying to get something going on this drive. To the air, it's Van Buren. Makes a quick grab. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. It is hard. What a catch. Oh, he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Tigers.
Just when we thought this game might be slipping away, these guys come right back down the field with a quick strike and a touchdown, and it's back to being a close game.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. And they'll start at the 25. Should be the last play of the quarter coming up. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. First down. They're going to throw the football. Pulls it in. It's Bennett. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. So Clemson has the lead here, Kirk, as we head to the quarter break. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Looking to scramble. On the run, he'll let it go. He makes the catch. They finally make the tackle all the way down to the 32.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
So the explosive play changes the complexion of the drive. They're set up outside the 30 now. They'll run it here. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
They look to throw it here on second down. On the move now. Looking to swing it. Oh, he fumbles. Looks like the defense has it for a takeaway.
Well, anytime the quarterback takes off and improvises, there's always the risk that the ball goes on the ground. He does a nice job of going off script, trying to create to make something, anything happen. But he doesn't take care of the ball, and the defense does a nice job of swatting him.
Here he goes. The senior with excellent work after the catch.
This is why this Clemson offense is so tough to defend. You get caught up in the running game and the threat of the quarterback as a potential run threat. You leave yourself one-on-one, and then you can make these throws downfield to dynamic playmakers on the perimeter.
And one play has split field position. First half, the opponent's 44. Takes the handoff. It's Jefferson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Here's a quick throw off the play fake. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long, so this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on third and long.
Back to pass. It's Van Buren. Swarmed with a pass rush. A sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack to the defense.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. The returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Territory. They can't have another one of those here. Going to be a loss on the play. Force out of bounds. Great play by the defense.
Almost a business decision here by the ball carrier. Nothing at all. So instead of lowering his shoulder to take on the defense, just kind of makes his way out of bounds for a short loss.
Going backwards to open up this drive after the loss. Second down and 15. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. There's a pass ball, but it's intercepted. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, I think I can hear him calling out blocks after that pick. Or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. Offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping them out of the end zone.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a first and goal.
Anytime you have a sudden change like this, Chris, I love to see the idea of this quick strike. The defense barely really has a chance to get established and get set. Next thing you know, they're dealing with an offense that's coming right at them, trying to put points on the board.
And the Tigers will line up now. It's first and goal. Caught quickly. Touchdown, Clemson. This passing game is still on fire. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Cox. And he steps out of bounds at the 15. That's when they'll start the drive. UCLA offense back out on the field. No surprise they're in a hole here. They've given the football away in each of the last 2 possessions. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. A deep shot to the left side. But he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands.
Big shot downfield here early in the game. Couldn't quite connect, but even on an incompletion, these deep shots do a good job of keeping those safeties back and can open up other aspects of this offense.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? It's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Of course, there's another sack by a Clemson defender. And, you know, so often in football we get so caught up in the quarterbacks and the spread looks and the big explosive plays on offense. But you think about where Clemson's been for the last 10 or 12 years, I think their defense deserves as much credit as guys like Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson. This defense has gone to a different level, and that's why they're a national contender every single year.
It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. The offense now facing a third and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Moves out of the pocket. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Look out, he's in the clear. They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick and return.
Well, we're just hearing this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
Grab behind the line, it's Brown. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line.
Boy, tight windows is always down here. They have trust in throwing it. You just have to be smart.
It's a second and goal play for the offense. Back to throw. It's Van Buren. He's got it near the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Tigers. We had a short view of the offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kirk.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25.
Yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Short connection to the tight end here. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Off the play fake on first down. Caught by the receiver. That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 40. First and 10. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. The Bruins starting a new series here on first and 10. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They bring him down, but not before gaining first down yardage to the 22. On first and 10, looking to throw. It's an out. The catch made. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Catch made. Looking for the goal line. Tackled after the completion down at the 1-yard line. Looks like one more play here before halftime. That's a designed quarterback keeper. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Bruins.
Boy, this is a huge score. Not only to cut into the lead, Chris, but just psychologically to be able to score like this. You go in at halftime, you make some adjustments, you get ready to make a big comeback now in the second half.
And they get set now to try the PAT. The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. And that is going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Tigers will kick this away to begin the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Offense back out on the field. Emphasis here on cutting down on turnovers, a couple of them in the first half, and that's why they're trailing. First down, looking to throw the ball. And the pass is incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
It's second and 10. Can they make it a third and manageable here? QB tries it again here on second and 10. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a real nice game there. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Catch made in space. Look out. Touchdown, UCLA. Strong game by this quarterback.
Chris, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver here is exceptional. Great route here to sell that post to the inside and then break it off to the corner. And the quarterback anticipates it well, puts it on the money for that touchdown.
Point after, not quite through. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. And there's the handoff. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense comes up 2nd and 8. That running game not producing much on the first down play. their first interception today. It's going to set up third down.
Hey, this guy's one of my favorite quarterbacks in the country. I'm shocked to see him falling away from his target throwing that football.
Offense will try to convert a third and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Looking to throw. It's Van Buren. Defense is coming after him. Catch made down the left side. An explosive play. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. He escapes the pocket. Using his legs here. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Bringing pressure. He's hit as he throws it. The pass is incomplete.
We finally see a change-up from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
Down he goes. It's a sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
So here comes third and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. He make the tackle, but not before he gets all the way to the 30.
For this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
The offense really clicking here. One back in the backfield. Good the carry. Tackle made after just a short gain. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Second down after that previous play. Here's the handoff. Look at the quick cut. And he's tackled, but only after picking up the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Looking right, this one caught. He's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
He fires this throw and is intercepted. Breaks into the open. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
And the UCLA offense takes the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Crosses the 35. He's in the clear. Touchdown, Bruins. This offense cannot be stopped.
Chris, all week I wonder if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Going after, up and good. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. He's past the marker and still down. Breaks into the clear. They bring him down, but what an explosive play. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flash at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out into the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk into the end zone. They were able to bring him down. Let's see if it pays off for them in these next few plays.
Well, they don't block the defensive end. They show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They wrap it up after the completion just short of the first down mark.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
Can he get there on the ground? Tackle just short of the goal line at the one. What a run.
Oh, come on, ref. Give it to him. What a huge run. He takes it all the way down to the 1-yard line. And you could tell once he got through that second level of the defense, he was thinking, I'm taking this to the house. And he almost did, but brought down just short at the 1-yard line.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Clemson. And they jump on top here in the second half.
Wait, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Bringing it out. It's Pops. He stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's a short completion of a big tight end. They're finally able to stop him. The quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference. That completion makes it second and medium. From the shotgun, drops back. Lets it fly to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Chris, how about the accuracy here by this quarterback to pick up the first down? And, man, UCLA has had some great play at quarterback. DTR, who just left recently, going back to Cade McNown, and, of course, Troy Aikman, one of the best to ever play the game.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Short pass finds the tight end. Gets some space around the 30. Gets out of bounds after a solid gain. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. This should be the last play of the quarter. Play action here on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Touchdown, UCLA. This quarterback on fire today.
You talk about being in the zone. This guy continues to make big plays. That's another touchdown pass for the quarterback.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. What a ride it's been so far. We're set up for a classic finish to see who's going to claim this conference championship. Let's take one final look at the stats. And let's see how this one unfolds in the final quarter set to get underway. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Looking for a gap. It's Jefferson. Breaking free at the 35. The carrier steps out, but a solid gain on the ground that time.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
A solid run, good for first down yardage. Short throw complete to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field.
It's a fumble. And the ball will bounce out of bounds, so they avoid the turnover.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
To throw, it's Van Buren. Quick completion to the tight end. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. There's the handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Second down here. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Running back has it on the screen now. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football in this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
So now from the 29, it's 3rd down and short. We'll see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Love to see a quarterback who looks for a matchup on 3rd down. Sees his go-to guy who's got a favorable matchup, gets the ball to him for a first down.
7th play of the drive coming up. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. They bring him down to the 16, but they move the football into the red zone. First down. The player is down injured after that last play. They'll take a timeout while they check him out. Clemson now operating in the red zone. Off the play fake, looking to throw. On the move now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Trying to find some room. It's Moulton. Going absolutely nowhere after a loss in the play.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and the run fits on that play.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will he have to settle for 3? Play fake, looking to throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. Tie ball game late, and they're going for it on fourth down. Defense punching at the line, showing blitz. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. He's got him right near the end zone. Bring him down short of the goal line, but it's first and goal from the 2.
That's why you practice and practice and work on these routes. When you get to a fourth down, you trust the receiver to run not only a good route, but know exactly where he needs to go to be able to get the distance for that first down.
Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And he can't quite get in. They get him down at the 1-yard line.
Now that one didn't go anywhere. They're lucky he even made it back to the line of scrimmage. That one looked bad from the start.
Offense facing second and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is up and good. The lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Bruins offense is back out on the field. Conference championship trophy at stake. This offense got to find the end zone in this possession. On first down, it's play action. And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country, and they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. Either get the ball out faster, or the offensive line's got to do a better job of taking care of their guy.
Pressure is coming. A throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. Receiver makes the catch.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
The final 2 minutes here. This defense trying to hang on. The offense trying to make a play to win it. Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on fourth down and one, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. That's caught. It's Marshall. They bring him down, but it's a solid gain on the play.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Here we go. Conference championship game comes down to this. The offense got to make a play here with time winding down. On the carry, he's heading left. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
The conference championship is at stake. Can the offense step up here in the final minutes? And looking for a big play here. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Hey, really good call here by the defensive coordinator working with the lead in the fourth quarter. Get 6 defensive backs with that dime look. Cover as much ground as you can and have as much speed as you can. I think the quarterback may have been confused there and just threw the ball away.
Here we go. Conference championship game comes down to this. The offense got to make a play here with time winding down. Hits the ground. It's Bennett. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Solid gain in the play there, wiped out by the penalty flag. The conference championship is at stake. Can the offense step up here in the final minutes? Looking to throw it on third and very long. Looking to scramble. Fires it on the move. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Defense stops him short of the mark. So now it's fourth down.
And his defense doing a good job all game long and not giving up many yards after the catch. Now working with this lead, trying to preserve it. Good job of keeping their eyes up and bringing this receiver down. Gave up some yards, but nothing big to try to hold on to this lead.
This might be for the ball game. He's got it, and no full first down. They got him, but they convert on third down, and the drive keeps going.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this fourth down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
Here we go. Conference championship game comes down to this. The offense got to make a play here with time winding down. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, when you get down into the red zone, one thing we know about quarterbacks in the passing game is the windows are tight. Love to see this offense here picking up some positive yards down in this tight area by getting the ball to a playmaker and letting him do his thing.
The senior able to make the stop after a short game. And a timeout is called here. 10 seconds remaining on the clock. The conference championship is at stake. Can the offense step up here in the final minutes? Quarterback making some changes at the line. They're going to throw for it on third and short. Pass caught. Can he get in? Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining. Big opportunity for the offense to tie this game up in the fourth quarter. It's first and goal. Back to throw. It's Reed. They trap him and sack him back at the 10. And the timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. Ball back at the 10-yard line now for second and goal. And he'll set up to throw. And that's it. The game will end on one last incompletion.